to actually find a woman who can both be very attractive and also very believable in action scenes. It's a tough thing to do.
You're so focused that you could do it for an hour and a half and be sweating, and you don't realize it till it's over. Because you really get into this mindset. And working with Pat and Barbara, they teach you to become in a fighter's mind. You step inside that. So you kind of step out of yourself, step into this mode, and you become really, really focused.
Round one, fight!
So I didn't have a console until 97. So what we had to do, now I'm going to really age myself right now, but what we had to do was we had to go to the mall, sort of mall or shopping center, and go to something like at a time it wasn't called HMV, that was England, right? When I was growing up, it was in South Africa, so it was called CNA, and we used to go to CNA, and me and my brother used to go to the gaming section, even though I can even remember it vaguely because I wasn't into video games that much, but I can remember watching other people play the video games. And used to have a huge, like a small screen, not a huge screen, a small screen, like I'm talking about that big on the on a plinth up on the wall, and it was pointed downwards. And out of this, and just below it was the PlayStation or the Sega or whatever Mortal Kombat was played on. And then like 2 wires and 2 controllers, and the TV was just out of reach, so people couldn't throw the controller at the screen or you know, destroy the screen with the controller when they lost. And I just remember just watching people play Mortal Kombat, and then also being dragged out of there by my parents, because at the time, funny enough, Mortal Kombat was seen as too gory and R-rated for kids. So for like a 7-year-old to stand there and watch someone playing Mortal Kombat on the TV, and the government, and you know, the government saying, oh, you know, it's a really gory game and you should really get your kids away from it. It's kind of like that fiasco they had for Dungeons and Dragons when that first came out. The sort of saying that Dungeons and Dragons was the devil's work and whatnot. But yeah, so that was the first time I saw Mortal Kombat. I think it was Mortal Kombat 3 by then. And then the film came out, and the film, to me, that first Mortal Kombat film was really good. I'm a bit of a nostalgic sort of person, and that film just brings on nostalgia a lot, right? So when I watch it, I don't care about the CGI, I don't care about anything like that. I just enjoy it because it was part of my growing up. And then today, because the Street Fighter trailer came out, today I decided to look online for the Mortal Kombat Making of Mortal Kombat, the 1995 film. And I came across this video. Let me just pull this in. I'm not going to play it, but I'll just pull it in into the shot, right? So I saw this video. It was the making of the Mortal Kombat, the first film. And I highly recommend everybody go and watch this video. It's called A Journey Behind the Scenes, Mortal Kombat, the movie. And go and check that out. It's really worth the watch. It's funny because it's not widescreen, because there was no such thing as widescreen back then. So it's kind of like a square sort of what do you call it, footage, and it's got that nostalgic sort of I don't want to say filter, because that's what they do now, but that VHS look to it, you know, when it's playing, and the sound as well is really bad. It's not like a Dolby digital or anything like that, but it's really interesting documentary about how they made the film, and who they got to play the characters and why. And also I found when I was watching the documentary that something amazing was being shown to me that I haven't seen in a very long time from Hollywood, and that was love for the product, right? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when you watch that show, when you start watching the making of it, sorry, you'll find that all the actors and all the actresses and all the stunt people, the cameraman, the director, they'd never said a single bad word about that film and the production, right? There's never anything like they do today. You know how they do it today. They kind of complain about diversity and all these other things, and it kind of tanks the film and tanks the expectations for it. But if you watch that documentary about Mortal Kombat, just looking back at how they all sort of pulled together and made sure that, you know, there wasn't a bad word said about the people they worked with or the production of it. There might have been days where it was really bad and terrible, but they never let that destroy or overshadow the project, right? And I'm finding recently that actresses or actors, not actresses, but actors even, they just can't seem to help themselves when it comes to, you know, not downgrading, but bad mouthing the production or the audience, or trying to throw some sort of political spin in it or anything like that. And it's just not needed. And if you, like I said, you watch that, you know, documentary on how they made the film, the Mortal Kombat film, you'll see nothing but admiration and a togetherness within the crew. And it's just something that I think is needed nowadays, especially in Hollywood, because they just seem to tank their product before it comes out, which is not wise, let me just say. The most recent one I saw was the Supergirl trailer. And I thought the Supergirl trailer didn't look too bad. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, to be fair. I'm not interested in the DC universe stuff that much. I think Zack Snyder, he did well. He did a good job, but I don't know. Like I've said in many other live streams, I'm kind of superhero fatigued. You know, I've got superhero fatigue. I don't really care too much about it, and I think that's why Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat are going to be. It's something fresh. It's not new, but it's something else apart from, you know, superhero this, superhero that. So I'm excited about that, and I can't wait to see the especially I can't wait to see the Street Fighter one. I might have to brush up on my knowledge of Street Fighter first though.